one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Ekpa, Biasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Biama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora Eri, the same God of Owe Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not if you know about the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand the mountains. I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
Nigeria, on a daily basis, witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB.
Of weapons being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have a independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as we've done in South Sudan.
They formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been nothing in experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign roof.
I say we want to be free. It is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have a election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you and you will disappoint yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. What is Nnamdi Kanu still doing in the DSS custody? An order has been given from the court to the government that Nnamdi Kanu should be returned back to Kenya and he should be compensated with a sum of 500 million naira, but he is still in their custody. Why? Why? Has Nigeria gotten to a level that we don't have laws any longer? We don't abide by the rules and regulations given to us? If we are to break these rules, oh, what a pity to us. But now, it's for the government to do what is right, but they are not. Instead, discrimination, tribalism, ethnicity has become the order of the day for them. And I don't know what they are putting in the minds of the Southeast and the Northerners. Because we, the Northerners, are the ones being affected. Why? Because the people ruling us are from the North. I blame them. See, there is no way I will blame the Southeast if they think of having their own nation, with the way things are going, with the way our governments are taking things in on serious. Let me say it that way. If you're making us look, I never for once loved the Southeast. The only thing I had for them then was hatred, but I came to realize that this is not how it's supposed to be. Then let the government do what is right. If an order has been given, an order is an order. Let's abide, let's go by that order. Not bringing in discrimination, bringing about tribalism into our mind. Oh, come on. That is not what we are out for. And that is why we will keep fighting till what we are looking for is achieved. Please, this man should be returned back to Kenya because he was kidnapped to this place. If I was being kidnapped, I would not be happy about it too. Let me be realistic and let me be sincere about it. Please, my viewers, share this video. Let it go viral so that all all citizens, all masses of this country will see it, because Nigeria is no longer a lawful state or a lawful country any longer. We have rules and regulations. Let's go by that. Let's abide by it. An order is an order, like I said. And we, the Northerners, we want to be our brother's keeper. We don't want the Southeast to see us as if we are the enemies. We don't want to be their enemy, and we don't want them to be our enemy also. So let the government do what is appropriate. Please and please share this video so it go viral.
The Nigeria Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday summoned the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Lina Filbaninian, over Simon Ekpa's latest remarks to obstruct the 2023 general election in southeast Nigeria. The ministry, who spoke through its representative, Zubairu Dada, called on the Finnish ambassador to stop Ekpa from inciting violence in Nigeria from Finland with regards to the upcoming general elections. In the statement, which read in part, Dada said, "We have had some time to ensure that we arrest the situation, but it appears the situation is getting out of hand, and we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know, in very strong terms, that it is high time you really back Nigeria with the quest that something is done immediately, because it threatens the forthcoming elections." Zubairu Dada further stated that the threat that Simon Ekpa posed toward the upcoming election is very high due to the large number of supporters he commands in Nigeria. This, in essence, is why we thought it was important for us to have the discussion with you, so as to let you know our concerns and the displeasure of the governments of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development. While alluding to the fears and concern raised by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria against activities of Simon Ekpa, the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria said, "This is an issue we have been discussing. We share the concerns, we have discussed the matter, and as I mentioned, our law enforcement agencies are in touch and are cooperating. Also, is a double citizen, as far as I know, of Nigeria and Finland, and is therefore, as you rightly said, protected and safe and sound in his home in Finland. But we have to take his rights into consideration as well. So everything has to obviously be done according to Finnish legislation, which has very strong protections for freedom of speech."
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
I am Olayomi Koiki of Koiki Media and also the spokesman for Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. First and foremost, I'm going to try and speak English to direct message back to the IPOB that we are Yorubas, a very proud one. Whatever you have against what took place yesterday, you have the right in your own capacity, but you don't have the right to tell us who we deal with among you, IPOB. We can deal with anybody that we feel that is the right person to deal with. If you have a problem with that, you can go into any of the bridge or rivers across the world where you are and jump into that river and die. I am known as Koiki Media. And whatever we do with Simon Ekpa has been stamped yesterday, the 5th of November, and that will go ahead. Whatever is your concern on that, we don't give a toss. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Probably maybe some of you don't know who I am. Let me repeat this clearly, that the only person that we follow is our own leader that have spoken yesterday. And since our leader have spoken, if you are not comfortable with that, why should we care about that? Let me say it again. If you have problem with Simon Ekpa, go and die into any of the river, or you can take the rope and kill yourself today. We are fighting one single enemy. We don't have any issue with the Biafra. We only have issue with the Fulani. Don't you understand that also among us, we have issues. We have people that probably even do not believe in what we are doing. So why should we be more concerned about you on what we do with Simon Ekpa? And I repeat again to any Yoruba that is not comfortable with what we done yesterday, go and die as well. Elaku, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá farasin tàṣí lánàá, ẹ lọ já sómi kẹ́ kú dànù. Mad people all over the place. We have moved forward yesterday, and that is the beginning. I have spoken again this morning to Chief Sunday Igboho. For those of you tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ convince Igboho pé kó má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Simon Ekpa, orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ní bíbá. Orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè wọ àárín èmi àti Chief Sunday Igboho. Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. I don't have any problem with our Biafra. Kí ni ká pẹ́ láwọn Biafra? We deal with Simon Ekpa. And let me put this on record for those of you that probably did not know. Before Nnamdi Kanu was picked up, we had 4 meetings. I don't have to go into all the details. Myself was in that meeting. It was actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called for that meeting. We did not go for him. He actually wanted to speak to us. And whatever he told us is what we are going along with. We respect all the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have any problem with you guys. But if you think that by dealing with Simon Ekpa is a crime against humanity, I say it again, go and die. You better die now before it is too late. Because we are fighting only one enemy. And that enemy is not Simon Ekpa. That enemy is not even the Biafra. But if you as an individual that think that, hey, take down that picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let me say this clearly. Nnamdi Kanu is not just for the Biafra. He was actually fighting for the whole humanity. And let me say this again. We have the right to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture at any time, any day, and I will talk about it at any time without taking any instruction from anybody. I am Olayomi Koiki. If you are not comfortable with that, like I said, I am not Mayegun General. This is Koiki Media, fighting for one singular cause, fighting for the Yoruba people, the Biafra people, the Arewa people, and all the freedom fighters around the world that would love to exit that shithole country known as Nigeria. If you are not comfortable with that, there's not much I can do.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
We are saying we want to be free. It is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces, and we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you, and you will disappoint yourself. IPOB, IPOB, autopiloted IPOB all over the world. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. The zoo has fallen. I'm sorry. I broke down. The zoo has fallen. And today, the cries of the Biafra people will be heard all over the world. I want Biafra people to understand that your cry will be heard all over the world from this day. And we must maintain our stand on no election in Biafra land to make sure we do not validate Nigeria again. This evening broadcast will be different. I want you to understand that the God we worship will continue to expose Nigeria, expose their criminality, expose their evil to the world. And that is the job we will do, and God will do the rest. The beginning of the end stand today. We told them that the people you killed since 1960, they have reincarnated in us. And this new Biafra generation, by the time we finish with Nigeria, you will ever regret killing our parents, our forefathers, and our great-grandfathers. I want Biafran people to understand that the journey we have embarked on is journey of no return until the Biafra's freedom and the Biafra exit from Nigeria. This time around, we are going to fight with everything available to us, with our brain, technology, and whatever that is available. I want to encourage everyone around to know that the days we have waited for is here. Our resolve is to make sure that we exit Nigeria in peace or in pieces. And I thank every Biafrans who have supported this movement until this point. The game has just begun today. And we are going to, analyze few videos or maybe some articles for you to understand that those of you that are fighting against our freedom, you will regret it. I am telling you, shame will be upon you. Welcome this evening, my fellow Biafrans, and I am sorry that I broke down in tears of joy. I have to wake and wave the flag of freedom. This will become a custom from today going forward. Waving the flag of Finland, the flag of freedom, the country that has given me protection against terrorist state, country that have trained me, country that nurtured me and made me to start to think like a human being and have the motivation to make sure that I change where I come from for better. The country that have given everything to me. And I don't have nothing to give to Finland, but I'm going to make sure that our nation of Biafra will exit Nigeria and begin to impact positively in the world. We will leave a country that supports terrorism, a country that have committed a global crime, the international crime of kidnapping of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, country that fund and breed criminals and push them to Europe to do cyber crimes, to do drug pushing, to do all manner of crimes around Europe. Only Biafra will solve it. Biafra exit from Nigeria is not just exit for Biafra alone, but exit and solution to all manner of social vices that Nigerians are committing around the world. We are going to solve it. We know the solution, how to solve it. Nigeria breed and support them. Biafra will end it. I want to thank you today, all of you, that you are supporting this freedom and have followed us this far. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. Ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. You're welcome, my Biafra people. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1. You are watching live and direct on all autopiloted IPOB social media platform around the world. You are watching through the Twitter. We are going to take you off the Twitter because we want you to come to our platform and watch. I've built this platform to make sure we decimate the Biafra struggle and Biafra liberation awareness. And so we want you to come to our own platform. You have where you can engage other viewers in comment section. We are improving it, and engineers are here. Our engineer is also watching and observing where we should have some improvement. And our app will be, out very soon. So if you are watching through the Enter Biafra, you may wish to refresh at any point in time to make sure that every functions that have been updated are working according to the device you are. So I welcome you all and welcome to this evening. We are going to, continue our preaching as usual. And please, we also need feedback on the Enter Biafra Channel 1. We need feedback. So what happens is that on this particular Enter Biafra, in that link, after the broadcast, the video will be uploaded to that particular link, and you can go there again and watch it again and watch it again. And all your comment remains there. And in the app, it is going to be more better than what you are seeing here. We're going to make sure we have the best, give you the best, service available, at least, that we can give to Biafra people, demonstrating that we are innovative. We are not a romantic people. So thank you very much and welcome. For that reason, we're going to take those watching from Twitter off, and we urge you to click on the link, go to our Twitter page, click the link, and join us on Enter Biafra. And let us do what we have to do today. And here we go. All right. Thank you very much. The game has started. And I want to inform Biafrans that they mocked us. They called us names. They called us criminals. They called us terrorists. They called us all manner of names just to blackmail us and pressure us to drop agitation for our freedom. Today, we are winning them. Every angle, every part of the world, we are winning them. We win them until Biafra come. And I want to tell you that anything Nigeria does in this particular election that they want to force our people into, it will be for our own advantage. No matter what, every step Nigeria is going to take will be to the advantage of Biafra people. And it is going to also add and facilitate our exit from Nigeria. So I want to assure Biafrans today that the only thing you need to do is to listen to our instruction. When we tell you do this, do it. We are fighting for you to have a better future. We are fighting for you to have a better life. We are fighting for you to have hospital, to have security, to have good healthcare system, to have school, to be innovative and contribute in, to make the world a better place. So if you are fighting against Biafra, it means that you are either ignorant or you don't know what you are doing at all. So all you should do now is, considering what is happening now, you should just, cover your face in shame and join Biafra. All right. There are many reports. You see that a lot of reports is flying all over social media that Finland Prime Minister, wrote this and wrote that. Of course, I want to inform you today that when I come across such thing, I wonder, what have I done? But of course, I know it is a fake. Nigeria is known for forgery. I want to tell you my experience with Nigerians abroad. Of course, not all of them, but most of them, they are into forgery. This is what they do. And it has, affected those of you who wanted to go out of the country because you can't stay there. And today, some of you cannot travel because of the criminal activities of Nigerians all over the world. They engage in all manner of crimes because of the system of Nigeria. Okay? And these are the people that are fighting against us today because they want to remain in a corrupt country, in a country that nothing works, in a country that supports their criminality. In Nigeria is that if you are supporting Nigeria, if you are supporting Nigeria election and you are a criminal, you don't have problem. If you are supporting Nigeria and you are a terrorist, you don't have problem. So long as you are supporting politician, you are a free man. You can be given chieftaincy title in your village as a kidnapper. So long as you are supporting a politician, you are covered. That is why Nigeria breed criminals. So, but any day you rise up to say you want a better life for your people, you become the enemy of the state. And that's what we are suffering today. Now, all of you see that since morning, a lot of fake news has been on the social media. And I want to put it on record today that the reason this one is different is because it was against a state. The reason this particular fake news about Finland Prime Minister, why it was corrected now, is because it has to do with a state. It has to do with a powerful country. Okay? And the implication is what they don't know. Now, ask yourself, what about all this fake news that the Nigerian media are pushing to defend the Nigerian government that nobody can say and rise up to correct it? Example of it is the blackmails and fake news against us. They say we are the one killing people. Why they are the one killing? So who is going to rise up now and say Biafrans are not killing anybody? They are the one killing. It is us. So if it is not like this was against Finland now, nobody will come to it. Becomes truth. Go to let me show you people my they created Wikipedia for in my name. And what do they say? They say Simon Ekpa is known for spreading fake news and inciting violence in the Southeast. Is that true? The answer is no. But you see, it is there, and nobody can go and correct it. Of course, I will take it up, when the time. I don't have time for all those distractions. They can write whatever they want to write under my name in Wikipedia. The day I will remember that, I will solve it. So it is not the most priority now is not what you call me today. I am not interested in the name you call me. A lot of people have written to me, sue Wikipedia, do this one, do that one. I just look at it. I don't react because my major concern is not the name you call me. I know what I am doing. I know what is my right, and I am exercising this right to the fullest. So the day I will remember Wikipedia, I will solve the problem, and they will correct the misleading information and deformation of character they have allowed to be put on that Wikipedia. But go there, nobody can, so it is the same Nigerian media that, blackmailing me, thinking that when they write that I'm Osama bin Laden, I will leave Biafra and run away. No. If you like, give me name Satan, I will be stronger tomorrow. If you like, call me all manner of name you can call me, I don't care. But I want to assure Nigeria government that this year will be the end of Nigeria, at least from the Biafra perspective. I do not know about other ethnic group that wanted to leave. But for the Biafra people, as a spokesperson of Biafra, I am assuring Nigeria that Biafra can never stay more than this year. And like I said, we are ready to fight. If it is another war, we are ready to fight. So the issue of this evening is to continue to create awareness and enlighten Biafrans on the reason why they must make sure that from the 23rd day of this month to 28th day of this month, they sit at home. And if Nigeria cancel the election, we will not tell you what we are going to do. We will come up with a new strategy and a new plan. So we have all these things. We have A, B, C, D to Z. And we will apply whenever the need arises. So I want us to go today. You can see Finland, the national media in Finland called Helsingin Sanomat. Helsingin Sanomat in Finland, they have reported about Nigeria criminality. As you can see, those of you, I posted it on Twitter, for the very first time in the history of Biafra struggle and liberation, the international news media are picking up on Biafra. And more reports are coming this weekend. This weekend, the internet will be on fire. Internet will be on fire. For those of you who do not know, just go to Google Translator and know what they wrote. At least you may not have the exact translation of what they are saying about, talking about, but at least you are going to have a grasp of what the Helsingin Sanomat have said. This is a report Simon Ekpa, I am not a bad person. I am not a criminal. All I am doing is to fight for a better life for the people of Biafra, which I am part of. All the thing I am doing is to make sure that what I have learned in Finland, we are going to take them back to develop our place with whatever that we have. That's what I'm fighting for. I am fighting for the good of the poor, the good of everybody, the small, the big, the middle people, and the children of Biafra. And we are saying that we are more, we will be more protected, we will develop better in a state, in a Biafra state, not in Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed entity, the entity that the British just, for their own economic boom. And this day, we are saying that it is not going to be business as usual. We are breaking away from Nigeria, and we will do everything to make sure we break away from Nigeria. And those who say you must go into election, I want you to understand that Biafra people will not allow you to go into election in Nigeria. If you want to vote, you go outside Biafra land and vote. I am telling you the fact. This is the decision of the Biafra people. If you want to be the one that will sabotage the freedom of Biafra, we are telling you now, go to Lagos. Go to Lagos and vote. Go to Abuja. Go to Kaduna. Go to Zamfara. After voting, you remain there. You cannot, vote in Biafra land because the 80 million, almost 80 million people are backing us. And almost 80 million people know that they don't want to validate Nigeria again. And so I want to bring something to the screen for those who don't understand what we are talking about. I want everybody to read this. They said 2023 poll, 404,106 security personnel to be deployed. IGP. Ask yourself a question. Why are you deploying 400,000 security personnel? To do what? Is that election? I want to ask, are we having a security personnel election, or do they want to have a democratic election? You see, they want to bring 400,000 security personnel to conduct election in Nigeria. How long will you continue like that? But the Biafra people are informing them. If you bring 400,000 security personnel, our Biafra Liberation Army outnumber you. I am telling you the fact. Our Biafra Liberation Army in 2 states outnumbers you. So we will welcome you very well. Come. Because we are going to open the chapter. The Biafra people are making it very clear that if Nigeria tries to force our people again by deploying 400,000 security personnel into Biafra land to conduct election, what election are you conducting? Is that election? Are you going to force the people? Are you going to go to their homes and drag them out? Because if that happens, we are giving it as a notice. Biafrans are ready to take it up, to defend their land. So do not come and bring 400,000 security personnel and you call it a democratic process. What is democratic when you have 400,000 security personnel? The security personnel that could not go and arrest when the Boko Haram and Fulanis are slaughtering our people in Biafra land. The security personnel that they could not deploy to a Hamufu. And when they did, the security will go and burn the villages. The security personnel that they could not deploy to Ebonyi State. And when they do, they go there and burn the villages. The security personnel that could not deploy to Anambra. And when they do, they go and burn the villages. The security personnel they could not deploy to Enugu State. And each time they deploy them, they go and burn our villages and kill our women. So now, election has come. because they want to force us to renew the slavery agreement. And the election has come, and all of a sudden, there is 400,000 policemen to go and force people in Biafra land to come out and vote. We are going to see how that is going to be possible. Because as I'm talking to you, Biafrans are ready. And we are going to arm ourselves to the teeth to defend Biafra land. The war of Biafra have not ended till today. And why I'm happy today is that finally, the world will listen to us. Finally, it has come to that point that the world will listen. Everybody will put mouth in this Biafra issue. Everybody. We will force you to begin to, think how to solve the chaotic situation in Nigeria, and that is going to affect the entire Africa and even the West. Nigeria is a time bomb waiting for a very long time to explode. So we want to explode it on time before it becomes a nuclear bomb. Everybody knows that Nigeria has been sitting in it, has been a time bomb that is about to explode. So what we are doing now is to explode it on time before it ferments to become a nuclear bomb that will consume everybody. So if you are not ready to be part of this, you keep quiet and watch how we do it. Keep quiet. Keep quiet, remain silent, or continue to come out so that God will continue to disgrace you. Like God have disgraced all of you today. God have exposed Nigeria to the maximum. Is there another thing, people need to know? If you understand what is here, you will shed tears for Nigeria, because that's exactly what Nigeria represents. God is exposing Nigeria, and that is how the international community knows what Nigeria stands for. Nigeria is a criminal country. Nigeria is the only country that have 11 terrorist groups being funded by the center of the government. And the Biafra people are shouting, those Ohanes and Igbo, they don't know what they have in us. Sometimes when I look at them, I pity them, because I understand some of them have corruption cases pending somewhere. So they are scared of losing their social status. They are scared. They are very scared. I understand that. So when you talk, they are fighting against people, us that are the young generation of Biafrans. They are fighting against us. The point is that some of these people do not know who we are. They don't know what we know. They don't know what we can do. So they don't know what they have. If we happen to be the Fulanis, believe me, Nigeria would have disintegrated a long time ago if there is something that is going to benefit us. But each time we want to let these old men know that Nigeria, for the past 60 years, you have been doing the same decision, the same mistake, and you expect something to change. Something is not going to change. My happiness today is that 70 millions above of Biafra people have come to realize that we are on the right path. And that is why Biafrans are going to sit at home. I will never validate Nigeria election. I will never validate the impunity that the British forced us to be part of. And I want you to understand that anybody that is telling you that you are stopping a democratic process, tell the person that he is or she is lying. Stopping election in Biafra land is also a democratic process. It means that you have passed a vote of no confidence in whoever that has been representing you in Biafra area. So anybody that tells you that it is against you are fighting against a democratic process, that person is an idiot. Say that I say it. That person is an ignorant buffoon. Because when you say you don't want to be part of election, you have also registered your own democratic process. That is a voice. And that's what the Biafrans are going to do this month. We have decided we're going to do it. So we know that, of course, not everybody will support what we are doing. And it is normal. It is normal. But the most important thing is that 85% of Biafra people want to leave Nigeria. So, and if they say that it is not true, then let us have a referendum and see who is right and who is wrong. Now, let us read the news report. They said 2023 poll, 400,000 security personnel to be deployed. Now, ask yourself, Is that a democratic process? Is that a democratic process? As AG goes after Simon Ekpa, AG goes after Simon Ekpa, goes after Simon Ekpa for fighting for freedom. These are the people. I want you to ask them, where are those who say that Simon Ekpa is an agent of Nigeria? Are they going after you now, or are they going after Simon Ekpa? They say Simon Ekpa is agent of Nigeria. Simon Ekpa is a criminal. Simon Ekpa have been paid by Tinubu to stop election in Nigeria. I do not know the kind of brain behind that. That Tinubu pays Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is an agent. And I don't know, until they are going to find themselves in Biafra land, they will still be saying, this one will be sleeping. Simon Ekpa is agent. Simon Ekpa is agent. And then he will wake up in the morning and they will announce to him that Biafra has been declared. And then the person will now open his mouth. Oh, Biafra has been declared? How come? But Simon Ekpa is agent of Nigeria. Simon Ekpa has been paid by Tinubu. And you are in Biafra already. So I want to tell you that it is going to happen this year. Not in 2 years' time. This year, everything will happen. Because we have to take this bull by its horn. So let us read what these people wrote. And people who said they want to embark on a democratic process in Biafra land. And tell me, what is democratic about this? The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, on Thursday said that about 400,000 personnel from police and other security agencies will be deployed for the conduct of the February 25th and the March 11th election in the country to ensure the smooth conduct of the exercise. Are you hearing it? And we are informing Nigeria today that our security Biafra Liberation Army outnumber these 400,000 people. In all states, we outnumber them. So we'll be waiting for them to come. And let them make sure that they do not hurt our civilian, the Biafra civilians. We will not tolerate that anymore. The IGP also said that the Nigerian authorities are not taking lightly the threat from one Simon Ekpa, who claimed to be member of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, saying that there will not be election in the southeast. I don't know why they are talking about southeast. We are talking about Biafra. The police boss said all the necessary protocol will be respected, as he was inciting people from Finland, which was outside the country. Inciting people. People want to leave Nigeria. They do not regard you anymore. It's actually a shameful thing that you are in Nigeria there and worried about somebody that that people have trusted, that put their trust in what we are doing. They trust us more than you. They have lost hope in the government. So how is that my problem? You know that Nigeria was a mistake. You sidelined Indigo. You killed us. You singled us out in everything you do in Nigeria. And today, Biafrans have decided to leave. And you are complaining of Simon Ekpa in Finland. He added, the police would change the narrative. All right. Are you hearing it? They want to change the narrative. And you know when Nigeria want to change the narrative is to go to the villages and start killing people. And then they will say, Biafra have come up. So I want people to understand that when you hear Nigeria security agent changing the narrative, just like they lie today on the media and on the newspaper, it is about killing Biafrans. That's why everybody must respect this seat at home for your own good, so that you will not be used by this Alkali Fulani man to, begin to run mouth in the international community. This Biafra is real. And if you have not believed it before, you will believe it at least after this week. It was reported that Ekpa, who resides in Finland, and allegedly being sponsored by some external forces outside the southeast. Are you hearing it? Some external forces outside the southeast. I don't know whether they are afraid to mention Tinubu. They have been accusing Tinubu, say Tinubu is sponsoring me. I do not know the rationale behind that. Tinubu is sponsoring me. They say Tinubu paid me $25 million and all that. I don't know. Now they are changing it that it has become some forces outside the southeast and a few miscreants within the zone. Are you hearing that? A few miscreants within the zone. They are the only people that are not miscreants. They are the only within the zone are responsible for a continuous lockdown of the economy through the so-called sit at home on Mondays and some other designated days. You see, I want Biafrans to understand to understand the power of sit at home. You know, because we analyze these things and we know what we're doing. So that's why when this whole issue of sit at home started, we make sure we pitch into it and support the Biafra people. Today, you see the result. We have been able to prove to the world that the entire Biafra territory have rejected Nigeria. That is what it means. Every day you sit at home means you have passed vote of no confidence to the Nigeria state. I am telling you, what it means is that we control the largest part of Biafra territory. And yet, they say we should come back to Nigeria. To do what? The Biafra people know that we have a better future for them. The Biafra people know that the freedom can never be traded with any presidential bid and all that. So they follow us. They pass vote of no confidence to the people they elected. They elected governors. Governors are the one killing them. Imo State today is at war because the person they did not elect, the court of Fulani imposed the person on the people of Imo. And today, he has turned Imo to Afghanistan or Somalia. And then somebody will be in Abuja calling himself a policeman that is going to send 400,000 policemen to force you into similar voting so that in the next 4 years, you will become a desert. They must have killed everybody. And then they say, oh, no, somebody that is called Obi is coming to change it. And then go and check Obi's history. They say Obi changed Anambra. And you ask them, does Anambra have any multi-cultural system in Anambra? The answer is no. Obi only led Anambra, one single state that is not even up to 10 million. Just one state that speak one language, one culture, everything the same. Obi is using it now to compare to Nigeria that is, let me say, a jagged Nigeria. You know the English, jagged, jaga. So let us have this new word today. A jagged Nigeria. A jagged Nigeria that have what we call a dangerous and destructive diversity. Obi want to tell you that when he go to Abuja, he will turn National Assembly into Southeast Assembly. He will turn Abuja into Igbo. He will now correct all the injustices and all the genocide committed against the Igbo. And you believe him. You believe him. Of course, not to all of you, we know the people we are talking to, those who try to distract us. So I want you to understand that this particular movement have come to end Nigeria and end this particular slave agreement this year. And it is going to end this year. I am telling you the fact. And if you do not see it yet, don't worry. Like I said, in this February, you are going to see the green light of freedom. You are going to see the green light of Biafra. And you are seeing it today. Like I said, we do not care the name we call us today, but the name you are going to call us in 10 years' time. That is what matters to us. So let us continue to read. While appearing at a ministerial media briefing organized by the Presidential Communication Team at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, the IGP said the threat made by Ekpa against conducting election in Southeast was an attempt to destabilize the country. It is not to destabilize the country. It is to divide the country. I want to point it out very, very clear to the IGP of the criminals that what Simon Ekpa is doing is to divide the country to make sure that my people are safe. I am fighting for the life of my people. I am fighting to save the children that are dying every day. I am fighting to save the women. I am fighting to save those who are vulnerable, those who have turned to many things, within their state. I am fighting to save those who could not afford to pay hospital bill. I am fighting to make sure that the children of Biafra do not experience kidnapping and siege. Hostage. What happened in Nigeria is hostage. They hold our children hostage from the day they are born. Majority of children in Nigeria have experienced hostage from the day they were born. And I'm going to explain you how. I want you to understand that today, if you visit every state in Nigeria, you are going to see women who just delivered baby, who just give birth. They can't afford hospital bill, and the hospital will detain them and the children. that until they bring the money, they can be allowed to leave the hospital. That is hostage. So how can you, how can you grow up to become something? How can you grow up with that kind of situation from your bed and you are not an animal? That's what we are changing, my people. We are changing that. You can't live like that. I cannot come to Finland. Finland trained me, made me what I am today, and I keep quiet, just like many others are watching today what is happening for people to be killed in Nigeria, and they keep quiet because they feel comfortable. Everybody is not born like that. I'm a different person. I can't stay to watch how you are killing my people in Biafra land, how you are, treating them, and when we have the opportunity to make life better for people, and I will keep quiet and enjoy myself. Every year I will go to Christmas in Nigeria, carry security guard everywhere, carry cars, and then after that I'll come back here and start enjoying myself. No, I want to leave a legacy. I want to make history. I want to be part of those that will liberate Africa. I want to be part of those that will make Africa one of the best continents in the world, and it is going to start from Biafra. I want to be one of those that will make history in fighting terrorism outrightly, making sure that the modus operandi we are going to use, the mechanism we are going to use when Biafra come, will be the end to terrorism. That is where we are going, so that we are going to have a better society where Europe will not be under threat, where America will not be under threat, where Nigeria will not sponsor Taliban to come and bomb somewhere in Europe. That is what I'm fighting. So those who think that they are safe today in America, you are not safe. When you allow Nigeria to continue and Taliban take over Nigeria like they did in Afghanistan, you will not stay in America and be safe. Believe me. So our future is also the future of America. Our future is also the future of Europe. And that's what we are fighting. So I want everybody to understand that the time has come where we are going to have a country that when our children are born in the hospital, the national insurance scheme covers them. No mother will be subjected to kidnapping and taking hostage because she do not have money to pay for hospital. No, we can't continue like that. We want our children to be safe from birth. We want our children to be safe from birth. As I'm talking to you today, many women and their children are in the hospital because they do not have money to pay the hospital bill, and the doctor and the hospital detains them and held them hostage. And they are going to be there until a family member or some extended family will contribute money or borrow the money and pay the hospital, and they will release them. I have seen hell in Nigeria. I know what I'm talking. I have tested all these things I'm saying. It is not what nobody told me. I have tested, I have seen hell in Nigeria. That's why God prepared me to be part of this movement that will liberate Biafra. So if you have any question why we are doing what we are doing, you come to me and ask. And I will give you a well-objective explanation to why we must fight our way out of Nigeria this year. So if anybody has any issue, what you should do is to support us. We support us militarily, arms. We need arms to defend our land because we are not fighting against the stick-holding terrorists. We are fighting against a powerful terrorist organization being funded by the Nigerian state and Saudi Arabia. Everybody knows that. So what anybody that want to help, because Nigeria can never let us go without a fight. And we're ready to fight. So if you want to help the chaotic situation that is going to come, the crisis come this month will be huge. The only thing we need from you, whoever you are, is to support us financially, support us militarily, support us otherwise, and let us make Africa a better continent. Once Nigeria disintegrates, peace will return to West Africa, peace will return to Sahel, and by that extension, it will begin to affect other African countries. I am telling you the fact. We know how many terrorists that are coming to Nigeria every day. We know how many terrorist organizations that Nigeria is funding. Now, as the election has come, you see they are not attacking anywhere. Everywhere is quiet. Everywhere is quiet. They want you to not think about that Nigeria is bad. But after the election, if we are not doing what we are doing today, after the election, you are going to live in hell again. So this we have gone over and over again. And Biafra people have decided that no, election will not hold. And let me tell you what we are going to do. Once we have succeeded in stopping election, stopping Nigeria from conducting election in Biafra land, there will be no senator representing the region. There will be no House of Representative member representing the region in Nigeria, inside Nigeria. Biafra will have the opportunity to conduct their own election in due time, where we are going to have one of the best democratic processes known to Africa. We are going to give the opportunity for people outside the Biafra land, Biafrans living in diaspora, to vote. We'll make sure that immediately we will begin to conduct the fingerprinting system of all the Biafrans around the world. This is what we are looking for. We want to make sure that we stop all the crimes, especially those who have crimes in their blood coming from Nigeria into Biafra. We'll get your fingerprint and make sure we know you, so that any day you commit a crime, we are going to know how to, the law will, applicable to those crimes. So immediately Biafra is declared as a nation, we will start our representative all over the world. We will begin to put a process and mechanism for fingerprinting of every Biafran anywhere you are in the world. We have to build the foundation very strong. It is very important. You see, let me tell you, if we know what we know today and we don't want to make change, it means that our life is a waste. Just like the life of the Nigerians are wasted today. Those who are in London supporting P2B, supporting Tinubu, supporting Atiku, their life is just waste. They are wasting their life. It's a wasted years. Because the London where they live in, or the United Kingdom where they live, everything is working there. And they know that Nigeria, at least I don't know, if they don't know, they should be able to know better that Nigeria is not working and it was not designed to work. And it can never work. Changing presidents cannot make Nigeria work. Changing the National Assembly cannot make Nigeria work. Nigeria is bad as bad could be. And we say that we have seen it all, and it is time to fight once and for all. And I'm very, very proud of Finnish government, the way they have responded to these nonchalant people, these criminals in Nigeria. I'm very proud of Finnish government, the way they have responded very, very, civilized and in a very high level, standard. That is to show you that, when people who are higher than you are responding to you, I'm very, very proud of this country, for everything they have done. Just within a few days, everywhere is on fire. And this is just the beginning. We will continue to be in the path of the truth, continue to be good citizen where you are, anywhere you are in the world. That is the best thing you can do. So that if you find yourself in a state like this, you'll be able to be bold to defend your people without looking back. What I am doing today is my right. What I'm doing today is my right. And I am using this right that I have to the fullest. So if you do not know your right, do not come and start disturbing what we are doing. I want you to understand that the time has come when we are not going to be listening to gossip. It is time for action. And you are going to be alive to see how this action will be taking place. I told you some time ago that the time is coming when you are going to know who Simon Ekpa is. And probably now you will know who Simon Ekpa is. And I want you to understand that this is just the beginning. Our resolve to not validate Nigeria election is final. Our resolve to not validate Nigeria is final, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Before we go forward or further, I want you also to listen to this and understand that nothing can change this particular narrative. It is coming from a pastor, but instead of them to look into the problem and how to solve it, they will still be looking for P2B.
You have President Northwest Muslim, you have Senate President Northeast Muslim, you have INEC Chairperson Northwest Muslim. You have Speaker of the House of Representatives, Southwest Muslim. You have Chief of Air Staff, Northeast Muslim. Minister of Defense, Muslim North. Chief of Army Staff, Northeast Muslim. Inspector General of Police, North Central Muslim. National Security Advisor, Northeast Muslim. Director, National Intelligence Agency, Muslim North. Director General, SSS, Northwest Muslim. Comptroller General of Immigration, Northwest Muslim. Comptroller General of Customs, North Muslim. Comptroller General of Civil Defense, Muslim North. Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Prison Service, Muslim North. Acting Chairman of EFCC, Northeast Muslim. Chief Justice of the Federation, Northeast Muslim. Code of Conduct Head, Muslim, Northeast. Managing Director, Post Authority, Northwest Muslim. NIMASA, North Muslim. NNPC Managing Director, Northeast Muslim.
Is that what you want to do? All these things that this man is being listed here is representing the Islamic State. Islamic State. And then somebody is somewhere shouting, okay, let Obi come. So that when Obi become the president, Obi will now say, they will now say, the Minister of Aviation is Chukwode. The Minister of this one is Nnemeka. The Minister of that one is Okechukwu. The Minister of this is Uchechi. And all that. And then the Fulanis will unleash the highest terror on us to kill everybody. And then you begin to shout for another, waiting for another opportunity again for the next 4 years. We will not make that mistake again. I have told the elders, those who call themselves elders of Fundibu, they are the worst thing that have happened to our race. Elders. These people that call themselves elders are the worst thing that have happened to us because their decision has been bad. For many years, they have been making decisions that are just as bad as anything. And the decision of the elders has brought us to the situation we are today. Decision of elders like Okwadike and Co. as bad as anything. And we cannot have a fresh brain. And our brain is working. And we allow old people of 80 years that have nothing, that their brain are not functional again, to start making decisions for us. We can't accept that again. Biafrans must make sure that this coming month, sit at home will be like not even a chicken will walk in Biafra street. The curfew will be posed. Everything will lock down Biafra. Let us see how there are 400,000 policemen will come to drag you from your house to go and vote, so that they are going to announce Aboki as the leader and the winner of your state. That can never happen. We are going to fight this thing this year and end it this year. Let us listen.
Education, Northeast Muslim. National Universities Commission, Northwest Muslim. JAM, Southwest Muslim, and so on and so forth. We can keep on going on and on. Someone has said that the top 20 positionings in NNPC is occupied from the same region as well. What comes to mind is there is no intelligent person and no qualified person from any other part of the country. There is no intelligent Shekiri person, no intelligent Ijo person, no intelligent Biron person, no intelligent Magavul person, no intelligent Tif person, no intelligent Idoma person, no intelligent Igala person, no intelligent Ibira person, no intelligent Ibibio person, no intelligent Anan person, no intelligent Efik person, no intelligent Ishan person, no intelligent Bini person, no intelligent person from no other part of the country that can be in any of those sensitive positions, except people from one region and one religion. And people are meant to be forced to exist in peace under that kind of upside down, highly nepotistic, clanistic situation.
That is it. They know the truth. But yet, and when we tell them the solution, they want to be collecting money, because that's what the pastors in Nigeria does. They collect money. But listen to this one.
Executive don't sleep. If not, the whole thing will crumble. Your crumbling you see is that the head is sick. And when the head is sick, the body will be in trouble. That's our problem. How can 60% of our raw oil be stolen. And 50% of the refined one we have now imported also be stolen. Stolen on the field, stolen at the pump. In your coming election, which I don't believe in anyway, you know, my own understanding, because of my experience in politics. I am not just a pastor, I have been in the trenches, and I have a clear understanding of what is wrong with this country. Our next priority is not election. Okay. Our next priority is rearranging this country. This country must be rearranged. This country is a fraud. It's a lie. Nigeria is a lie. What is called Nigeria died in 1966.
Listen to the word of people that meant well for you. Listen to the word of people, men of God, that are saying the truth. Why should you be, wanting to go into slavery? You see, you see freedom coming. You say, no. I don't want freedom. I want to go into slave. The majority say no. They cannot follow you into this slave. They want to go out of the slavery. And they have always said that majority carries the vote. And then you, ordinary 1%, want to drag 99% of Biafrans into Nigeria this year. It will not be possible. We will fight you. I am telling you the fact. 1% of Biafrans cannot drag 99% into Nigeria again. To renew this agreement, I want you people to listen to the voice of wisdom.
When the military shot the gun and suspended the constitution that brought us together, Nigeria was a negotiated country. It was negotiated under the British that the only way that a country like us, close to 300 nationalities, people with different ideas, different orientation, different religion, different mindset, different way of life, the only way they can cohabit is if they are allowed to govern themselves in their different setting. And then at the upper point, come and have a weak center. Just like United States of America. New York and New Jersey are just like Lagos and Ogun State. Only a river separated them. Two close states, two different governments, two different laws. So you don't like their laws and their pay in New Jersey, you move to New York. You don't like New York, you go to Philadelphia. You don't like Philadelphia.
We are saying we want to be free. It is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you and you will disappoint yourself.
Go to Atlanta. Everyone is separately governed. Do you see their election acrimonious as ours? No, state by state election. And then they coordinate it at the center. But everything comes from one source here. That's military. That's military. We are still under military rule, which we now call democracy. There's no democracy in Nigeria. So we must first of all restructure this country and go back to pre-1966 setting, modify it. This country cannot work except we go back to what we negotiated. When people say Nigeria cannot be negotiated, I say it's a lie. It was negotiated. It was negotiated. Under Shifabami Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, it was negotiated. And everyone believed, grow your own area, I will grow my own area. We meet at the top. How come we are shut down? When February you are going to vote? Because, sometimes I look at Nigeria, I'm overshooting my time. I look at Nigeria, I just laugh. We behave like little kids. Little kids, when a little kid is playing with something, when he's playing with this, and you want to take it from him, you will show him the red. He drops this, he takes this. That's what we are doing. They just dangle something. Election, everybody has forgotten our problem. And 2023 will not be better. Even if they bring Joe Biden to this country, he cannot get it done. The structure is wrong. Psalm 11 verse 3. If the foundation is wrong, nothing else. Put one ethnic tribe over all the other tribes. and kept them in bondage, put them everywhere, ruining everywhere. By the grace of God, God will rise up for this country.
God will never rise up.
Atlanta.
God will never rise up for this country. We reject it. God can never rise up for a country that he did not create or support. We reject it. God can never rise up for a country that, kill Christians. God can never rise up for a country where children are being killed and the government doesn't do anything about it. So we reject that. God can never accept such prayer.
The Nigeria Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday summoned the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Lena Filbaninian, over Simon Ekpa's latest remarks to obstruct the 2023 general election in southeast Nigeria. The ministry, who spoke through its representative, Zubairu Dada, called on the Finnish ambassador to stop Ekpa from inciting violence in Nigeria from Finland with regards to the upcoming general elections. In the statement, which read in part, Dada said, "We have had some time to ensure that we arrest the situation, but it appears the situation is getting out of hand, and we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know, in very strong terms, that it is high time you really back Nigeria with the quest that something is done immediately because it threatens the forthcoming elections." Zubairu Dada further stated that the threat that Simon Ekpa posed toward the upcoming election is very high due to the large number of supporters he commands in Nigeria. This, in essence, is why we thought it was important for us to have the discussion with you so as to let you know our concerns and the displeasure of the government of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development. While alluding to the fears and concern raised by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria against activities of Simon Ekpa, the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria said, "This is an issue we have been discussing. We share the concerns, we have discussed the matter, and as I mentioned, our law enforcement agencies are in touch and are cooperating. Also, is a double citizen, as far as I know, of Nigeria and Finland, and is therefore, as you rightly said, protected and safe and sound in his home in Finland. But we have to take his rights into consideration as well. So everything has to obviously be done according to Finnish legislation, which has very strong protections for freedom of speech."
God began to speak to me about Biafra, and I'm worried. I stopped somewhere last month, and I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see the man, the small boy that they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's not just an ideology, it's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I told you last time? Huh? I said what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw so many strange wild animals, lion, bear, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back and saw that the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month is different from what I'm seeing now. The puppy is developing some features of wild animals. This prophetic word is not to the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady I said we have come down, but these people are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an evil man, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. What? I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table. Let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying, it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby. It's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. Please. Every authority. There come a time when a revolution is about to take place. The power of gun, bombs, and bullets cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue now. This is not the time of, I have bullet, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a founding father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because it's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you are asking, when the king comes down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody is throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
Yeah, of course, they look down on us that Biafra is not coming. We are going to let them understand that, time comes in a lifetime when people will take their right and take their freedom, by themselves and into their own hand. So I want us to listen to another one.
It's not part of the agenda. That is why I hate it when we join them together, Hausa Fulani. There is no tribe like Hausa Fulani. It's Hausa or Fulani. It's a Fulani agenda that the Hausa man doesn't even know. But they use religion. In March, the World Islamic Council, quote me anywhere, go and search it, is there. They send a message to the Islamic Ummah in Nigeria. All right. Make sure all the major political parties have Muslims.
All right. Now,
so that
make sure all the major political parties have Muslims. It's not just even about the Muslims. Fulani in PDP, Atiku represent Fulani. In Labour Party, Dati represent Fulani, is originally from Mauritania. In APC, the founder of Boko Haram, Shetima, represent Fulani, and then Kwankwaso is there. Exactly, and the people are not understanding what is going on.
The Christians have no option but to vote the major parties, PDP and APC, so that any Muslim that comes up is going to continue with the legacy of Buhari. Buhari is the 16th most influential Muslim in the world. They said Buhari has contributed a lot to Islam.
Are you hearing that?
The next president must continue.
Okay.
They use money. Only God knows where they got the money. Ruga means my land.
Okay.
How many of you have ever asked? Ruga, you think Ruga is a Hausa word? Ruga is a Fulani word that it means my land.
All right.
And they say, let's do it all over Nigeria. Okay. I mean, Nigeria is their land.
All right.
There are Christians, there are Muslims, as you said. They don't like the Muslim agenda. I believe. Because it's not part of the agenda. That is why I hate it when we join them together, Hausa Fulani. There is no tribe like Hausa Fulani. It's Hausa or Fulani.
Right.
It's a Fulani agenda that the Hausa man doesn't even know. But they use religion. In March, the World Islamic Council, quote me anywhere, go and search it, is there.
Okay.
They send a message to the Islamic Ummah in Nigeria. Make sure all the major political parties have Muslims.
Okay, now we are not talking about political parties, so we are talking about already established mechanism to Fulanize Nigeria. Yeah.
You have President Northwest Muslim. Okay. You have Senate President Northeast Muslim. You have INEC Chairperson Northwest Muslim. You have Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Thank you very much, Alenora Okoro. Alenora Okoro, I am reading every comment and I'm really happy that these comments are coming, just like in YouTube. Wow, Simon, I just realized I can edit typo error, comment super exciting. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that you can edit, when you have a typo error. So it is good. You have to continue to use this platform to get yourself acquainted to how it works. And remember that if you want to scroll on the comment, you just untick it and then you are going to be scrolling. So we have to every now and then pause and address issues that people are encountering on our platform. So we want us to have always continue to give us a feedback. So the engineer is also watching and following everything that is going on to see where we can improve the services and all that. But I'm telling you that the app is going to be the best experience. So the app is coming. Let us continue.
Southwest Muslim. You have Chief of Air Staff Northeast Muslim, Minister of Defense Muslim North, Chief of Army Staff Northeast Muslim, Inspector General of Police North Central Muslim, National Security Advisor Northeast Muslim, Director.
So why this one was talking about that Muslim must be the president, or the political parties, they have actually actualized everything. They have hijacked everything. This one is basically talking about
so that the Christians have no option,
all right,
but to vote the major parties, PDP and APC. So that any Muslim that comes up is going to continue with the legacy of Buhari.
So they are going to continue with the legacy of this thing that this man is doing.
National Intelligence Agency.
It does not matter who become the president. If P2B become the president, they will also continue with the legacy of this thing you are hearing.
Muslim North, Director General, SSS, Northwest Muslim, Comptroller General of Immigration.
And who is the P2B? This is P2B, who already have converted to Islam just to become the president of Nigeria. This is exactly what we're saying. Now, because this is now some people are deceiving themselves about P2B. So P2B is going to also drive the agenda of the Fulanization of Nigeria. I am telling you the fact. This is it.
Say to the Islamic Ummah in Nigeria, make sure all the major political parties have Muslims, so that the Christians have no option, but to vote the major parties, PDP and APC.
All right.
So that any Muslim that comes up is going to continue with the legacy of Buhari. Buhari is the 16th most influential Muslim in the world. They said Buhari has contributed a lot to Islam.
Yes.
The next president must continue.
He has contributed a lot, and some of the contribution to Islam is what you are hearing here.
You have President Northwest Muslim. Yes. You have Senate President Northeast Muslim. You have INEC Chairperson Northwest Muslim. You have Speaker of the House of Representatives Southwest Muslim. You have Chief of Air Staff Northeast Muslim, Minister of Defense Muslim North, Chief of Army Staff Northeast Muslim, Inspector General of Police North Central Muslim, National Security Advisor Northeast Muslim, Director National Intelligence Agency Muslim North, Director General SSS Northwest Muslim, Comptroller General of Immigration Northwest Muslim, Comptroller General of Customs North Muslim, Comptroller General of Civil Defense Muslim North, Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Prison Service Muslim North, Acting Chairman of EFCC Northeast Muslim, Chief Justice of the Federation Northeast Muslim, Code of Conduct Head Muslim Northeast, Managing Director Post Authority Northwest Muslim, NIMASA North Muslim, NNPC Managing Director Northeast Muslim, Minister of Education Northeast Muslim, National Universities Commission Northwest Muslim, JAMB Southwest Muslim. and so on.
How do you validate a setup like this? And then you are now putting your hope on a man you are seeing in the screen now, you know, in the mosque, going to blend himself to them to show that he is loyal to Islam and loyal to Fulani.
They use money. Only God knows where they got the money. Ruga means my land. How many of you have ever asked? Ruga, you think Ruga is a Hausa word? Ruga is a Fulani word that it means my land. And they say, let's do it all over Nigeria. That means Nigeria is their land. There are Christians, there are Muslims, as you said. They don't like the Muslim agenda. I believe. Because in every society, you must have the good ones. They don't like it. And that is why we should stop. I will tell Christians today, I'll tell you today, all vote Peter Obi.
You see, it's not Peter Obi.
That is my stand.
Are you hearing it?
And yesterday I posted, I said, I will make sure.
Did you hear the clash of interest? Okay? The man is hoping on, this is the most stupid thing, you know, how stupid these people are. Okay? Somebody is just telling you now that, Nigeria, Fulani is this, and the P2B is this, he's telling you to vote. Is this some P2B that have already trying to blend himself, he wants to put himself under them to be controlled. And tomorrow now, after somebody like a pastor like this made a very bad decision, tomorrow, when you begin to pay the price, he will begin to cry to God and say, God, come down and save us. While there is a choice. There was a choice right in front of him to leave Nigeria in peace and get freedom. Okay? And he decided to begin to manipulate the followers in the church to continue to stay, because they believe that another Messiah has come, and which is P2B. And the P2B who they claim as a Messiah is already trying to become a Muslim. Because without this, you are nobody in Nigeria. And we don't want to continue to be in a country like that. That is what we are saying. And we will not validate this country again this month.
Nigeria, on a daily basis, witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB.
Of weapons being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have an independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as was done in South Sudan.
They formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been nothing in experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign roof.
It is not enough. It is not enough that we are complaining that the economy of the Igbo land is collapsing because of sit at home. Hello? You may not know the impact of this sit at home issue. It is so painful to any business person. But for people who have businesses, so we have to lift our hands, because Secret of that sit at home is the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi is free today, sit at home will stop today. So lift your hand. We pray for prisoners. And one of us is in prison. And because of his importance, even the government could not stop sit at home. I say, go to work, go to work. Yet they are in their houses. And if they are about to move, they will use about 20 security vehicles around themselves. So we shall lift our hands to pray. For over 3 years now, this is the year Igbo people have farmed. Listen, for over 3 years now, this is the best year Igbo people had farmed. We are thanking our young men who helped to clear the farms from herdsmen disturbances. God will bless you. You may not know what it means. In Abogugu last time, one farmer was killed and the whole body butchered and was brought between Ozala and Abogugu. The body packed there. Now, our farms, by the grace of God, are freed from herdsmen destruction. One of our priests last year, all his farms was messed up. He was crying. This year, he started laughing. So I am thanking our young men. I am blessing the Igbo youths. It shall be well with you. Amen. Onomata oborobo. Adiko obosoko. So anyị wenere Chukwu aka enu. Taa Good Friday mbọsị nwere onwe. Ise anyị na-ekpe ekpere maka nwere onwe nke nwanne anyị Nnamdi. O nwere onwe tata site atụ ma kwụsata. O nwere onye kwutere na okwu ọ batara ya na mba. Mụ abụ onye izi dabere ịbịa ka mba. Simon Ekpa wee pịa m ya. Pịa m ya sị na a ga-apịaba mana gọta. N'ọkwa ugwu ka a na-akwanyere m mmechikwa ọnụ zere ha na sit at home. I went home and meditated on that. It's painful. But it is now a responsibility upon us to pray out that our brother. So I wenere Chukwu aka enu n'isi ya. Ebe ọ bụ na ọ nọ ya mara na ụmụnne ya wenere ya aka enu. Ọkwa nsọ nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Ị nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Asị m ị nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwanne agba n'ọsọ.
Thank you very much. And that was Fanambaka and Rosalind Eke. Thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you, Rosalind Eke. Thank you very, very much for your super chat. The super chat is also showing there on the screen. As you can see the movement, you can read. In that place, the super chat will be showing there. Thank you very much, Rosalind Eke, for your super chat.
Else was asking me, say, Major Prophet of God, what do you think about the man called Simon Ekpa? I said, Simon Ekpa is possessed And the people begin to ask, what kind of possess? And I told them, I said, Simon Ekpa is fully possessed, and also is a man that everybody should be careful to stay out. What's the meaning of that? The meaning of that is what is called possessed with the spirit of freedom. When somebody is possessed with the spirit of freedom, it will be in such a way that the person has no any other thing to do than to fight for what's called freedom. So you look at the Biafra land as a place called the fatherland of Biafra. The spirit of freedom right there in Biafra has already completely possessed Simon Ekpa. And as he has possessed Simon Ekpa, you that is trying to begin to, make noise or fight with him or do one thing or the other, you are also fighting the spirit of freedom. And if anything happened to you, it is not my concern, because you don't understand how spiritual things and the things of the spirit goes. Because in the realm of the spirit, when God wants to make sure somebody is used for a purpose, the person will be used based on the coming upon the spirit, or what the kind of power that has possessed you, or the spirit that has possessed you. So spirit of freedom is already in his life and has possessed him fully, and they cannot talk any other thing than what's called freedom. And if anybody needs to move on the same direction or the same path, you must also come to the level of that level of spirit of freedom to endow you and possess you, and then you can be able to talk about freedom. People that talk about freedom with empty mouth, they end up and they're carried by chaff. When the wind blows, they are carried away. People that talk about freedom, when something bribe is given to them, they will just betray and go away. But people that are possessed with the spirit of freedom, with the spirit of Biafra land, no matter the bribe you give to them, they will never accept your bribe. They will never agree with you. If you like, take presidency of social country, they will never accept it from you, except that freedom that has possessed them, that they are after. That's what they go about. So Simon Ekpa is already filled with the spirit of what's called freedom fighting. And so you should stay clear and not fight the man that has received what is called the grace, or received the power or the spirit of freedom. Don't fight that man. Fighting that man will destroy your life. It may even cost you what you will never, you and your generation may continue to suffer it. So I am not here to begin to, follow anybody or side anybody. I am here to throw the light of what I am seeing in the spirit, because the spiritual always control the physical. And when I'm giving the message that's called the spiritual message, I pass it raw the way it is. So Simon Ekpa is a man that has already been filled and also possessed fully with the spirit of freedom. And spirit of freedom is not the kind of spirit that you joke with. When Jesus came upon the face of the earth, he said, the spirit of the Father is upon me, for he has anointed me. The spirit of the Lord has come upon me. He has anointed me to preach the good tidings, to spread the good news, to carry the word of God all over the place. And Jesus went about, was doing exactly what the spirit of the Father possessed him to do. And that same spirit was what made him, that even to extent that he died on the cross and was buried, and on the third day he resurrected, because there's a spirit that quickeneth the dead body. And the spirit quickened Jesus, and Jesus went up and began to do exactly what he came to the world to do. So Simon Ekpa, you are seeing, is a disciple of what's called freedom fighting, and the spirit of freedom has fully possessed him, and you can never separate him from that spirit. And they can never one day wake up and talk about any other thing rather than talking about freedom. And that is why most of the revelations you are seeing, and most of the deep mysteries and deep things that is bringing out here and there, is based on the spirit of freedom that is upon his life. So if you want to stop him, go first of all and remove the spirit of freedom out of him. So when you remove the spirit of freedom, then you can have a way. But if you cannot remove the spirit of freedom, you better join him and not fight him. That is what's going on. And then you come to the Biafra land as a Biafra nation. All the people that...
Right, we are going to stop here, but we will open our telephone line. We want to, for a very long time, I have not been able to interact with my Biafra people, for a while. So today we are going to open the telephone line so we can hear your opinion. And if you have questions to ask the Biafra spokesperson, I am here to address your questions and concern, especially on the issue of how this sit at home is going to happen. Whatever concern you have, and whatever issue you want to ask me, is an opportunity to call and ask me this question. So we're going to open the telephone line, and I want you people to call and show that yes, you are ready for this freedom, and we are going to fight this together till the end until Biafra exit Nigeria this year, because we have a date. We are not fighting and doing gambling. We have a date that we are going to exit Nigeria. And I know the date Biafra will come. So what we need is, what is your concern? Why are you complaining, and why do you want to fight against your own freedom? For those who want to fight. So we're actually looking for the P2B's Irat, Tinubu's Irat, Atiku's Irat, those who say they must drag us into this slavery this year. That's are the people we are looking for. Come and tell us, what is it that you see in Nigeria that you want everybody to die with you? If you want to commit suicide, don't drag me into it. Don't drag every other person into it. What we are fighting is a genuine fight and fight for freedom. And already the freedom is here. Like I said, this week you are going to know. And we have been able to prove to the world that we control the largest part of Biafra territory. We have proven that. For the past 1.5 years, Biafra people have been demonstrating and the passing vote of no confidence on Nigeria. That is what the sit at home means. You know, when we are trying to educate you on the importance of sit at home, you look at the economic part of it. It is also a sabotage to the Nigerian state. And at the same time, demonstrating that you are passing a vote of no confidence on Nigeria. And we have proven that, and today it is on record. International community have taken the record that Biafrans are sitting at home. But of course, their lies is always that you want to force people to sit at home. And we have been able to prove to them that Biafrans have made their choice. And their choice is that they will not validate Nigeria again. So be ready, but we are going to push Nigeria out of Biafra. In the next coming days, from the 23rd to 28th of this month, we will make sure that the movement of Nigeria within Biafra territory will be restricted to the maximum. The movement of Nigeria in Biafra territory will be restricted. And this means that we will not allow entrance into Biafra land, any Nigeria electoral material that they want to force our people into election. This is a task that Biafra people must do. And we're going to fight this thing to the end until our freedom comes. I thank you, and let us go to hear your opinion this evening. So we enter the question and answer section. You're welcome to the broadcast. All right, we're gonna just hold on, please. I think this is the first time we are having telephone calls on our channel. So we are going to see how it goes. So please, if you are watching from Enter Biafra, give us a call. You're welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Okay.
How are you feeling this evening? The international community are now picking interest and they are talking about Biafra, and we are going to make them talk more before this weekend. So how are you feeling?
Yes, I'm very, very happy, and I am very, very happy for the good work they are doing. And
Please speak English, or if you cannot speak English, speak broken, because it is now our woto is in the international level. I want to know that we want the international community to know what Biafrans are saying. So when you call, try as much as possible to speak English so that those who are following us, because everybody is following us now. The UN is following, European unions are following, America also are following, journalists are following from all over the world. So when you call, pour out and let the world listen to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dragon. So I thank you for everything you are doing, for the good work you are doing for us. So we are so happy and we are so glad and we're so proud of you for the good work you are doing for the fans.
Thank you.
So we believe you. We believe you everything you are doing. So now, what I want to say about the visit at home is that that there must be a statue around the Biafra territory, that it does not any movement for that very day. So all those who are saying nonsense, we are talking about nonsense about the statue, they are just making noise, because we know that that day nobody's going to come outside. They used to, to deceive us, to deceive some people, and we stay inside their room. They will know to come outside. So those who does not love their life, they will know they cannot come outside, because we believe that all the Biafra land will be sealed, and nobody is come outside. So I use the opportunity for your good work you are doing, and I pray may the Almighty God give you power and more experience to lead us to the promised land.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that prayer. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello.
You're welcome.
I'm talking to Biafra. Someone is on the line.
Yes, you are talking to Simon Ekpa. Go ahead with your comment. You are calling from Sweden, right?
Yeah, this is someone on the line.
I am Simon Ekpa. Go ahead with your comment, please.
No, you're not Simon Ekpa.
I'm not. All right, he said I'm not Simon Ekpa. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Yes, you're welcome to the program. Go ahead with your comment, please.
Thank you, my brother. I just want to commend you for the good work you're doing. I'm really proud of you. I think without you, the hope of seeing a better future in our place is absolutely nothing. We really appreciate the good work you're doing. May you continue that same pattern. I think the entire people from our land are behind you. You don't have to give up, no matter the threat.
Thank you.
All the best, my brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, I want this kind of short comment, and let's move on. Hello.
Hello, my brother Simon. God bless you.
Is that my worry?
Yes, so worry is on fire.
Ha!
Worry is on fire. I'm so happy. When the man said they should follow you, we are bringing it to a new. Why did you come this late? If only you were with man, you could have gotten Biafra long ago.
God works in a very mysterious way.
I cry. When you cry, you see me, I cry. As well as the Father. So are we going to be free?
We will be free. Okay, but everybody, watch and see.
I am so happy.
Yes.
But you don't understand. Worry is on fire. They are burning everywhere. The boys then said, after they will go to another station. They will go to. They are just going everywhere.
It is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. Nigeria will end. Yes. Nigeria will end in a very, very sorry way. Just watch and see.
Oh God! What did they say? They said, "Auntie, before we don't even vote. It's only the police that they don't give them numbers. They don't go to vote."
Okay.
I said, "No, they said nobody vote. They said they don't go anywhere to vote. They said it's only the politicians that we don't get right numbers. Nobody goes vote. Tomorrow they will say Nigeria will have 1 million.
Okay.
1 million from where? And they don't vote.
Shabi, they say Warri is not. They say some people say Warri is not Biafra. They will come and fight those Biafra in Warri now, right?
Yes. I sent you what's your WhatsApp? I sent you now. Warri is on fire. I sent it to you and Raphael. I sent you people the video on your WhatsApp. I said, look at Warri, it's on fire. They say no election. They are singing it out. They say no election. I'm so happy.
We are going, and let me tell you, you are going to see they say we don't have I don't know whether they say we are not carrying south along, but I don't know what we have done on the ground. You are going to see it from Warri. You are going to see in Calabar. You are going to until Just watch and see. Nigeria will end in a very, very shameful way this year.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you
God
very
will
much,
give-
my sister.
And God will give you the strength.
Amen.
God will give you the energy. God will
Amen.
give you the power to
Amen.
overcome all these people. Both the ones that are talking to you behind, both the ones that are talking to people to come and talk to you. God will expose them and God will give great things.
You say?
I'm so happy, my brother.
You say?
I'm so happy to talk to you.
Thank you.
God
Thank you very
bless
much. Thank you very much.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Right. Yes, we are moving forward, making progress, and the freedom of Biafra, the green light. Beaming. The green light for the freedom of Biafra people is seriously beaming. And if you are not seeing it, then it means you are not following event. You're welcome to the Biafra Liberation Live broadcast today, the 16th day of February 2023. You're welcome. Good evening from here, and you're welcome to the Biafra Liberation broadcast.
Hello, Mr.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Make it snappy. Go ahead. Can you hear me? Can you stop listening to your gadget and just listen to your phone, please?
Is it someone? I just want to say, is this someone?
This is Simon. Is my voice sounding differently?
It sounds differently, please. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. They sound different. All right. So we're going to take maybe a few more calls. And remember that we have a fundraising this coming Saturday, I think. So there is fundraising on the 18th of this month, which is on Saturday. Next tomorrow, there is fundraising, ESN fundraising. Please make sure that if you have never been there before, make sure you find your way to this fundraising. Very important. Very, very important. Good evening from here. Hello, can you talk to your phone and not listening to the broadcast? Please, if you call me, listen to your phone, please. Listen to your phone, not to the broadcast. Listen to your phone. Once I pick your phone, you start talking with the phone, okay? You're welcome to the broadcast.
Good evening, sir. Koza. Onye TC, onye boss, onye tunawo, ya wori oge megede. Onye TC, ya kwaya.
I will see a tea on Wesos.
Mgbe baba tem kam sege dikiji. Onwe ihe na-eme.
No, please try to speak broken or English so that, because we have a lot of government that are monitoring my program now. So let everybody understand what everybody is saying.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you. The government of Finland, the government of the world, everybody is listening, and by the special grace of God, victory will be our own.
Yes, I say amen.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ndewo. Thank you. All right. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello, Simon.
Good evening from here, and welcome to Biafra Liberation Live broadcast.
Simon, this is Luke. He was calling from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, wow. Good evening.
I've been wanting to call you all this time, but thank God today.
Finally. You're welcome.
It was my voice that you had on that last event we had with Donyendu before his rendition.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know when you played, you were asking, where are these people? And I want to assure you that we are here.
Wow.
I called today because I just want you to know that 2 days ago I was so angry. And the reason I was angry was because my identity has been falsified. I've been called who I was never ever meant to find a one.
Wow.
That is what Nigeria has brought upon us.
Exactly.
Over 80 million people around the world. And I want you to know that someone has said that the greatest failure in life is being successful assignment.
Yes.
And this is exactly many people who are agitating or clamoring or wanting to revalidate this entity, this false identity that we've been imposed upon all these years. But right now, this is our liberation time.
Yes.
And I want to thank God because the only weapon that you have used up until today is the weapon of truth.
Yes, truth.
And that is what have shattered the whole plans of the enemy. As you can see, every propaganda, every means they have used to discredit this noble call to set Biafra people free. Every means they have used to sabotage has backfired on them.
Yes.
You know, so I want to really encourage you. This is our time. And I want to speak to Biafrans all over the world. I want to let our people know that this is our opportunity. This is our moment. This is our time that we cannot take for granted. This may never come in another 1,000 years if we miss this opportunity. This has nothing to do with anybody. This has nothing to do with any politician. This has nothing to do with anybody. But this has everything to do with the dignity and the identity of you as a human being created by God.
Yes.
Biafrans have a divine plan to reset Africa and the world at large. And somehow, the enemy thought he can keep putting us in that cave. But I am grateful to God that the voice that is sounding today, even at the beginning of your program this morning, I felt your heart. You broke down. That in itself is amazing testimony of the weight that is upon you. But you are not carrying it alone. You are carrying it with every Biafra. Every Biafra is carrying that weight. Yes. You may not be seeing us on all the time, but wherever we are working with you to the actualization of this noble call. It is just a matter of days. This is our year. This is our time. The nation has been born. The nation Biafra has come to be. The world, it's going to hit many like a brick of block on their head, but it doesn't matter. But we've done everything judiciously. We've done everything righteously to get to where we are today. It is just a matter of days, as you know, for us to welcome this noble, God-given nation called Biafra.
Yes.
So I want to thank you, Simon. You are not alone. Simon, you thank God for your patience and thank God for your, continually keeping to the vision. These people thought by kidnapping Maazim Nnamdi Kanu will be the end, but that actually becomes the beginning of the full realization of the liberation of Biafra. So, my brother, I want to thank you today. I want to say our time is here. You're not alone. I feel every bullet that is being thrown at you. I feel every blackmail. I feel it. But we have endured it through, and I want to say, well done. Continue piloting this because we have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. Biafra is here.
Yes.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you very much. And if you look at the screen, you are going to see Finland national news. And, you know, you're going to see this is the Broadcasting Corporation of Finland. You can see that the news is now, you know, going internationally. Biafra is here, and we are going to fight to the end. And I want to play this video to Biafra people to watch one of the latest interview I had in Finland with the Finland Broadcasting Corporation. Tänne puolen tietä katsomaan vähän lähemmin meidän laitteitamme. Sitten useampia valkoisia esimiehiä meillä näyttää olevan. Kansalaiset viranomaiset sanovat, että polkisokeita alkuaan sveitsiläiset mieheltä, joka johtaa tässä pienryhmää. The 25th day, which is supposed to be the Nigeria general election in Biafra land, every Biafra would sitting at home. In addition to this sit at home, we are going to have a curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. So, are you watching it? This is a total coverage.
Pidätkö väkivaltaa Nigerian hallintoa vastaan oikeutettu?
Joo, totta kai. Se on niin kuin puolustus. Se on itsepuolustus. Joo, tällä hetkellä minä myös niin johtan niitä asiallisia niin ryhmiä, niin meillä oli pakko niin järjestää tämmöistä puolustusjoukue. Ja se puolustusjoukko on tehnyt hyvää työ ja edelleen tekee.
Mitä itsepuolustusjoukot tällä hetkellä eniten tarvitsisi Biafran alueella?
No, totta kai me tarvitsemme aseet. Ja se on aseet. Me tarvitsemme enemmän aseita.
So they were asking what we need, and of course I said that we need more of weapons, which is what we need to defend our land. We need weapons.
Yes.
Mitä minä teen on ihmisoikeus. Mä puolustan omaa kansani.
Yes.
Eli se ei ole mitään, mä en koe siitä niin kuin mitään pahaa tai rikosta tai jotain semmoista. Sen takia minä teken sitä ja mä tulen tekemään, jos tilanne tulee vielä edelleen.
So the news is out, but sorry for those who do not understand Finnish language. And we are going to continue and make progress and create way for Biafra freedom until the last day Biafra will be in Nigeria. Thank you very much, my brother from Australia.
Thank you, Simon. Continue the good work. The day is here.
Yes.
The hour has come. This is the moment.
Yes.
All our people all over the world, get ready for your true identity.
The moment has
get
come.
Get ready for the restoration of your dignity, because this is what this is all about.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Bless you too. All right. So as you all can see, we are going. We are going. Like play, you go do the boom for I. We told them all they may have room now. And here we go. We're gonna take one, a few calls more, and then we call it a day. And let everybody, every Biafran watching me must go and follow me on Twitter. I want every Biafran go to Twitter, follow me there, and let us make sure that in the coming days, the world will know that indeed Biafra people have risen up. And we are going to rise up. We'll continue to rise until the last day we'll be in Nigeria. Welcome to the program. Good evening from here.
Good evening,
There we Can you speak in English so that those watching outside the world can, understand that that you are happy and you want freedom as a Biafra person?
Thank you so much for your endeavor. May God bless you for it. Thank you so much. I only want to address Mr. Simon and the International Flower. In this kind of situation, I know they'll be telling them that that you pick some people who is, you pick those who you talk to, do your callings and question and answer. And
Yes.
so that guy is one of the people who is trying just to, are you Mr. Simon? He's like, yeah, Mr. Simon. I'm not. I welcome them, let them keep coming.
Yes.
And the international observers keep hearing that
You don't pick nobody's call. Hey, this is Biafra's mind. You
Yes.
are our spokesman. May God bless you, sir. Go
Thank
on.
you.
Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
sir.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Bless you too. Right. And then more calls, and we call it a day. You're welcome to the Biafra Liberation live broadcast.
Good evening, Mr. Simon.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
I so much thank God for you. Upon everything everyone have said about you, I will not escape myself out of it. But I have seen God work, God hand in you. I'm going to use this opportunity to tell all our brothers, everyone that know that the blood of Biafra flow in them, they should understand one thing. We all are fighting for freedom.
Yes.
As far as you have taken the mantle, and we all will follow you. As you come down to that last number, we all will support you because God is on your side. God has given you the mantle. No matter the differences anyone have with you, we all will follow you.
Thank you.
In the name of Jehovah, Yahweh,
Amen.
Alpha and Omega.
Amen.
The beginning and the end.
Amen.
Bless Simon.
Amen.
Bless Simon.
Amen.
Simon, never you bow down for anyone. You are blessed.
Amen.
You are blessed.
Amen.
In Christ Messiah name, you are blessed.
Amen.
Please, my brother, everyone will come to the level. And no matter what they are saying, forget about whatever anyone is saying. You are blessed.
Amen.
Because God has given you the mantle. If they are so good, why did God not give it to them? That is one thing. Because I believe God has given you, and now we are counting down, and we are counting down to a new beginning by the grace of God Almighty.
Amen.
You are blessed, Simon.
Amen.
You are blessed.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And if you look at the screen, if you look at the screen, you'll find out that when they are busy asking you where is your map, this is Finland media. Is already showing you your map. For those, look at it too. Look at it too. Okay.
Don't forget who is talking to you. So Osas, you know before against you.
Okay.
I'm coming to tell you I am with you.
Thank you.
Christ Messiah. Osas from Ireland.
Thank you. Thank you, Osas.
Thank you. Thank you.
They are busy asking you for your map when Finland already is showing the map of Biafra in their report.
Oh. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Thanks, God.
Thank you.
We are with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Asking you, where is your map? Where is your map? When we have exited Nigeria, those who don't want to be part of us, they have the right to go their way. We don't care. Just don't draw us into Nigeria. That's all. Good evening and welcome to the program. Osetigo.
The great son of Biafra.
Osetigo Ndewo. You're welcome.
The son of soil.
Osetigo.
Oh, the good son, our ready man.
Are you watching? Are you looking at the picture? You see that Mazina Mikano is also in Finland media report. Free Mazina Mikano is there. Look at it here.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, exactly. Son of Biafra, the great son, our spokesperson, Simon Ekpa.
There, well, you're welcome.
I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. God will bless you. I never in my life believe that this day like this will come.
It is here, my brother.
That we still have somebody in Biafra land to deliver us from this stuff and then from the Zul Republic of Nigeria.
It is happening. It is happening.
Son, they have given us
the hope. I can see Biafra. Believe me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. You know, it's a cry of joy, I understand, but we are going home, and that's it.
We are already there.
Yes.
I suffered. Like this. I did. Yes. Every time I remember my fellow children that I be fine, struggling, praying to God to provide us somebody that will come and deliver us, and that God has answered our prayers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, son. Thank you, son.
Thank you. We are going home.
Oh, Jesus Christ. God, glory be to you for helping us with this young man.
It is happening. It is happening live. You will sleep. You will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra.
Thank you so much, son.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, son.
Right. We are still expecting more call. I know a lot of people are emotional, and I can understand the cries and all that. The cry of joy. Let us continue. Alenora Okoro.
Simon, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yes, Osetigo. The people that are fake. Now we are going to know who is a fake freedom fighter and who is real. Osetigo. It is the time to identify those who are fake and those who are real. Here we go.
And this is the one that came to hijack Biafra struggle.
Yes, this is the person that have come to hijack Biafra struggle from Onyendu.
That is nobody, right? The one that they said, this said you will bring Biafra. Let Biafra not come.
Yes, this is it.
Oh my God.
It is happening. It is happening.
May the Lord keep blessing and protecting you.
Amen.
Like the Finland ambassador told them that, as they rightly said, you are protected, safe and sound in your home. May the Lord keep holding you and upholding you.
Amen.
And uphold Martin Namdekano.
Amen.
Because it's only you two that when we look at, when you are talking, that we believe that Biafra will be here, and it's finally here.
Yes.
When I was leaving Nigeria, I looked up after the suffering in the southeast. I told God, send us a helper. 2 years Namdekano came, and here we are today with you, entering the finishing line under the supervision of Onyendu. May God continue to bless you.
Amen.
And bless Biafrans.
Amen.
And bless autopilots
Amen.
who have stood strong, and our media warriors who have stood the test of time.
Yes.
And those who have stood by the truth. Consistency personified, we have proved. Militancy, we have proved. Staying on the path of the truth. Biafran autopilots have proven it. And today, it has happened.
Yes.
May God keep blessing you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Alenora. And I know, when there is a cry of joy, it's not something you ask somebody to stop. I understand that, this is just the beginning. I said that before this week, next week will end, Biafrans will see what is going to be happening. Believe me. When we started, we told them that if your Biafra you are fighting is not real, we will make it real. That is what Biafra Simon Ekpa come to do. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Please try to hold yourself when you are, I don't want people to cry too much here. I understand the cry of joy is good, but please let us, try to hold our tears and cry. All right. You're welcome to the program. And what I'm showing on the line is the Finnish news. Is the Finnish news here. You can see even the picture. In Finland, they have a better picture of Biafra. You're welcome to the program. There we go.
Good evening, sir.
Me from here.
Yeah, thank you very much for everything you are doing.
Thank you.
When God say yes, no man can say no.
Exactly.
This is the time of Biafra.
Yes.
And nobody can pull laws down.
Nobody.
Because you have made us to understand that when they think that the fire will quench, you add more fuel.
Yes.
Continue burning. The word of Mazen Bekano, he said, when you catch me, you will see the end of Nigeria.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
May the peace of the Lord bless you. And may
the 25th day, which is supposed to be the Nigeria general election in Biafra land, every Biafra will be sitting at home. In addition to this sit at home, we are going to have a curfew.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Pastor Vam.
Pidätkö väkivaltaa Nigerian hallintoa vastaan?
Joo, totta kai. Se on niin kuin puolustus. Se on itsepuolustus. Joo, tällä hetkellä minä myös niin kuin johtan niitä asiallisesti niin ryhmiä. Niin meillä oli pakko niin kuin järjestää tämmöistä puolustusjoukkue. Ja se puolustusjoukko on tehnyt hyvää työtä ja edelleen tekee.
Mitä itsepuolustusjoukot tällä hetkellä eniten tarvitsevat?
No, totta kai me tarvitsemme aseet. Se on aseet. Me tarvitsemme enemmän aseita. Mitä minä teen on ihmisoikeus ja mä puolustan omaa kansani. Eli se ei ole mitään, mä en koe siitä niin kuin mitään pahaa tai rikosta tai jotain semmoista. Sen takia minä teen sitä ja mä tulen tekemään, jos tilanne tulee vielä edelleen.
We play the show live and direct. Live and direct. Live and direct.
Who is God?
Finally.
We have a formidable array of armies everywhere, all over the world. I can make up.
Yes. I got to have vam.
Keep working. Now, more wisdom upon wisdom, more grace upon grace, more anointing upon anointing. Ike Pentecost, upper room, mountain top, all the whole power. Receive in the mighty name of God.
Amen. I got kuzu go.
Thank you very much.
There were.
Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank
you. You're welcome to the Biafra Liberation Live broadcast.
Ogidi Daburone Daribuye, one of Biafra land.
You're welcome.
Ogidi Daburone Daribuye, one of Biafra land. Actually, I mean a formal introduction with one reason. My name is Israel Beki Tevesin Angjuru Nwanamma.
from Ozobro, Anambra State.
There were.
I based in United Kingdom.
There were.
I want to thank you specially with one reason that you have mentored us, and I am one of your mentors. And I have learned a lot. In one WhatsApp group, there has been a challenge. And by the grace of God, I have been defending myself and defending Biafra. And there are so many, when Mazi was with us, he told us that some people don't know what they are doing. And he also said it because of one reason or the other. And today there was a heated argument in one WhatsApp group. The man was telling me that he was an elder forum of OP in one state for security reasons. I want to put it like this, but I know that if he knows it, he will know what I'm saying. But there's nothing like Biafra. And I asked him, what is when you entered Biafra, what was their motivation? What was their conviction? Because I know before anyone can go into the position of chairmanship, you must be a strong member. And they have and they believe in the aims and objectives of that group.
Yes.
But as it may, we argue that thank you enough, Lord. You have in fact trained us. I learned a lot from it. And if you are not seeing, if anyone is blind, they not see and they don't hear it. It is happening indeed now in Biafra land. And then Nigeria, the zoo, you are no longer that in Finland. You are no longer miscreants. You are no longer Nigeria agents. Today, online, we have been battering it. They are fake news. And thank God, they don't know that Okwa Borawawo. They are fake news, they are fake publication today, also revealed to the world. And the Finland,
yes,
they don't know that they are just exposing themselves with all this propaganda they are propagating. Thank you a lot. I also break down when you started, and you started with tears. I also broke down, and this is people that are crying. I know what it means.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nigeria. I am was among those that breached army for protest as was in prison. So what happened to you may not understand. So thank you, and they praise our effort to the ground mountains, all the into surmount. It's just a fight and get our freedom. Night.
Hello? Hello? We lost you? Okay, we can't hear you at all. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, Mazi.
Hello.
Simon Ndeo.
Ndeo.
I'm not here to praise you or to thank you, because I know Chukwu Kikabiama have already ordained it that he will be in this way. The only thing I'm trying to tell you is that Nigeria have tried it, the arrow. They threw the arrow to you, but the arrow have turned to the. And now they are now trying to use government to fight you. Biafra is already at hand.
Yes.
So don't fear. Only you, even if only you stand you will get us Biafra. Let Biafra get it into their score. Even if only you stand. Even if only you stand. Biafra is sure. And Biafra is this 2023. It cannot pass 2023. So keep on what you are doing. Millions of Biafrans are with you. Ahead. Water is the code. Good night.
Thank you very much. All right. We continue. How many? We'll spend almost 2 hours, 39 minutes. So we're going to take more calls as well. You know, we're going to take more calls. I think because, everybody should understand that we're going to be coming live because of as the days, get closer, we're going to be coming live often because of the pressure that is coming from all around.
Grand Commander.
You're welcome.
The Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of Biafra. I salute you. I remain your bodyguard, Gaddafi of Biafra.
Gaddafi,
the people that were before us, they say Biafra is not achievable. And we tell them it's not how long, but it is how well. Mazi, you came. You have conquered. This time, they will see the thing they never expected. That's why they went to cash out, where we went for Biafra. And you promised the people Biafra, and they are seeing the green light of Biafra.
Yes.
We salute you, Mazi, and we are standing shoulder to shoulder with you. God bless you, the General of Biafra. May God bless you and give you the wisdom and more grace to pilot us. Mazi, nothing do you.
Thank you.
Okay. Nothing do you. Nothing do you. Biafra is here. You remember, sleep in Nigeria and wake up
in Biafra. Exactly.
You, the great general. Yes.
Thank you, Gaddafi. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. That's okay, I've been calling.
Hello.
Oh, no, Gakwa.
Oh my God, the dragon of Biafra land. My brother, I'm so happy for you, and I like and I appreciate, and I'm excited of where we are going. It's not all about talking; it's about working.
Yes.
It's the work, is a show.
Yes.
I see the sweet song, independent.
Independent.
I show Nigeria, they can't see nothing. We're moving. Nothing will stop Biafra from 35. Biafra is already on air. I want to tell my people to be happy. Everybody start getting ready. Keep supporting what we are doing. Of course, tomorrow we still have fundraising tomorrow. Please come, wake up, and come and support us on Saturday. On Saturday we have a mega fundraising on Saturday. So keep coming, so that we will do the final bidding, the final work, the final touches. Dragon, you are the man. We are so proud of you, mother, and with you 100%. We are so happy for Finland government. They are doing the work of God. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much. We
Thank
are
you.
with you 100 votes.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you. There. All right.
Okay, bye.
All right. That's the chairperson of Omuada worldwide. You're welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, good evening. Praise the Lord. I'm very happy I got you, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Mazi Simon, I'm happy to hear from you.
Thank you.
Mazi, I know you are really going through a lot because of us. Don't worry, we are solidly behind you. See, we are ready for this freedom more than anything, more than ever before. We've never been ready as we are ready now. We are ready for anything. I think they were shouting, "Oh, Finland is harboring a terrorist." Eh? Why they are the real terrorists? Too? They have been terrorizing us, not just physical terrorists.
Yes.
They have been terrorizing us psychologically, financially, physically. In every ramification, they have been terrorizing us. The world should know this. That you are not a terrorist. All those names is a blackmail.
Yes.
Just to make sure that, oh, you will just surrender Biafra. And then we will continue to suffer. Man, this time on, look at this. See, my blood is hot as I talk to you. I'm very, very angry. Because I'm very, very sick as I'm talking to you. I can't treat myself. I don't have the money. In the Western world, are they going through such a terrible situation where you cannot withdraw even your money in the bank, the money you labored for? Yes. What kind of impunity and what kind of impunity is this? You know, the British government have been trying to, to sustain this Nigeria for a very long time, but this is the end of everything. Caterpillar line is not going to solve anything. Now it's going to be over everybody because we are mad. We are in short, we are fanatic. We are fanatical when it comes to Biafra. If you don't accept Biafra, we will be very mad at you. Biafra is the only thing that will redeem our people from suffering. Look at how our people who have been molested all around the world for just no reason. Look at how we are suffering. We are trying to even cross our people are dying in the Atlantic Ocean just trying to get to Italy through Libya. You look at that. And you want us to continue to live in the country who have impoverished our people, who have made us to become nothing in our own land, who have extorted everything and exploited us for their own personal gain and benefit. Man, this time on, we are leaving Nigeria this year. And I know, even me, I've had this confidence in me that Biafra is going to come this year. There is nothing that will stop it. And we are solidly behind you. We are praying for you. We are watching closely. Although some of us don't have the kind of money to contribute to, to sponsor the movement, but we are praying, we are contributing in our own different ways. And we know that Biafra will come this year. Don't worry, we are with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, we continue. Somebody has been calling from Biafra land, and I need to return it. All right. You're welcome to the program. Good evening.
I'm calling from Biafra land.
You're welcome. Go ahead. I returned your call because you have been calling, and so go ahead.
Okay. Amaze, I thank you for your program because you're trying in this effort to restore Biafra. And we thank God, and also I thank God for our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And so also, if the Zulu Kaba don't release him this very month, is the more the calamities they're going to face. I'm saying it to the last so the whole Miami. Because in this very effort to restore Biafra, we are standing very tall and very firm. And there will be no election in Biafra land. Anywhere there is elections, all of them will go down. Because we are the children of Chukwokika Adiama. And Chukwokika Adiama determined that we should come, and we have come to restore Biafra this very year.
Exactly.
Amaz, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My call.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Hello. Hello.
Hello, man.
Chineke.
Oh,
I'm live.
Let's stop when you are done, eh?
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
There we
All right. Thank you, bro.
There we All right. More calls. We are going to end this program. We're going to end this program at exactly maybe in the next 5 minutes, so we can still have some, more calls. I want people that can ask questions, You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir, from here.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Mazi, I am the most. I have even enjoyed myself. I'm the most happiest somebody in this planet. I'm the most happy somebody in the life today.
You are happy that we're making progress for our freedom.
The progress is as in the way it's coming as in surprise. It's coming as in the progress is coming. I want the international community to understand that Jesus came to this world. He did not come for any other thing but for freedom. He came for freedom. And I want to tell the international community that when they protect you, they are not only protecting you, but they are protecting over 80 million of Biafrans all over the world.
Yes.
Because this issue of terrorism in Africa, in many places, Biafra is the only full stop to it.
Exactly.
Biafra is the only thing that can be able to restore in this world, and the terrorism will reduce to zero.
Exactly.
Because, to be honest, Biafrans are most, let me just say, they are most educated people in the world. They are most educated people in the world because we are all over everywhere. But Nigeria, if Nigeria will kill your star, Nigeria will kill your career, Nigeria will kill your dream, Nigeria will kill anything that will be good that will come out of you, Nigeria.
Yes, sir. And those who try to drag us into this Nigeria, we are going to render them useless. The supporters of those politicians who are, we are rendering them useless in few days' time.
They are going to live in exile forever. They are going to be in exile forever. Nigeria is a global terrorism. As in, your passport, Nigeria passport is even a threat to human being. It's even a threat. Well, now we don't even move with any propaganda news in the media anymore because we have know our stand.
Yes. Everybody must go to Twitter. Every Biafran must go to Twitter.
We are on Twitter, we are everywhere. Now we fight for streets, they fight for everywhere now they fight. If you don't agree for us, we go turn and to fight.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right, we are going to end the broadcast from here. I think that is a doctor. Doctor, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, Master Simon, how are you doing?
I'm doing very fine. Good evening from here.
Thank you.
Are you seeing the green light? Are you seeing the green light of Biafra freedom?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
All right, go ahead.
I'm seeing it, but do you have a second? I just want to maybe on a private note. You have a second? I can talk to you, please. Or if you want me to call back, I will do that.
You can call back. If it is private discussion. Is this something that is going to take long time?
No, it's not going to. Just 5 minutes maximum.
Okay, so after the program, you can try again. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. You're welcome. You're welcome to the program. Good evening from here. Hello.
And when we are saying we want to be free, it is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you and you will disappoint yourself.
All right. I want to thank Biafra people. I want to thank Finland. I want to thank every country that will be backing Biafra going forward, as the case may be. I want to thank you all. May God bless you. Those praying for us, those supporting us, we want to thank you. Remember that on the 18th of this month, this next coming Saturday, is the fundraising for Biafra Liberation for ESN. Please come and support us. You don't necessarily have to be a Biafran. If you know that the way Nigeria have killed Biafran people, you don't like it, come and support us. We need to defend our land and do everything possible to make sure our women and children are safe. Come and support us this coming Saturday. We want to see new people, want to see those who did not believe that our freedom is coming. Now you are going to be seeing the green light of Biafra. Like we said, you are going to sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. I want to thank you very much. And we continue to demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That can also affect the way we are going to handle the coming days and weeks. May God bless Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless Professor Banji. May God bless Omuada. God bless our media team. May God bless the Biafra Liberation Army. May God bless all the alliances that we have built in Biafra land. May God bless those that are supporting what we are doing, praying for us. May God bless the kings, the chiefs, the Eze, the Ozos, the traditional rulers, the Ezemos, the pastors, the reverend fathers, the sisters that are praying for us and doing everything to make sure that everything is moving forward. May God bless the organization that we spoke to a few days ago that will be ready to intervene in Biafra land, especially on issue in case something happens and stuff like that. May God bless them and guide them and give them the power and strength to carry their duty and this particular action and service to humanity to the best of their ability. Thank you all. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. I salute the Biafra Liberation Army. Airborne! Good evening and thank you.
Federal government led by the Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazel met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The herdsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the herdsmen has led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani headsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves. Roots TV, Nigeria.
The Nigeria Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday summoned the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Lena Filbananian, over Simon Ekpa's latest remarks to obstruct the 2023 general election in southeast Nigeria. The ministry, who spoke through its representative, Zubairu Dada, called on the Finnish ambassador to stop Ekpa from inciting violence in Nigeria from Finland with regards to the upcoming general elections. In the statement, which read in part, Dada said, "We have had some time to ensure that we arrest the situation, but it appears the situation is getting out of hand, and we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know, in very strong terms, that it is high time you really back Nigeria with the quest that something is done immediately because it threatens the forthcoming elections." Zubairu Dada further stated that the threat that Simon Ekpa posed toward the upcoming election is very high due to the large number of supporters he commands in Nigeria. This, in essence, is why we thought it was important for us to have the discussion with you so as to let you know our concerns and the displeasure of the government of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development. While alluding to the fears and concern raised by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria against activities of Simon Ekpa, the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria said, "This is an issue we have been discussing. We share the concerns, we have discussed the matter, and as I mentioned, our law enforcement agencies are in touch and are cooperating. Also, is a double citizen as far as I know of Nigeria and Finland, and is therefore, as you rightly said, protected and safe and sound in his home in Finland. But we have to take his rights into consideration as well. So everything has to obviously be done according to Finnish legislation, which has very strong protections for freedom of speech."
Nigeria on a daily basis witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB.
Of weapons being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have an independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as we've done in South Sudan.
They formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been nothing in experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign roof.
Mad people everywhere. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey pay me yo, he dey pay me yo, he dey pay me yo, this your G, he dey pay me yo. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. He dey pay me yo, Omo, he dey pay me, yo. In this OG, he dey pay me, yo. Sabotu as he dey pay me, yo. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we not go to fest. When we talk about our freedom, we go to fest. When we talk about our freedom, we go to fest. Yeah, he dey pay me, yo. Mama, you dey pay me, yo. In this your G, you dey pay me, yo. Sabotu as he dey pay me, yo. Yeah. Biafra voice, 247. Love you, we love you, everything me blood, brother man, you know. We go Chris. Chiamata, Ogarov, Rasta man of God. Love, yeah. Biafra, you know. Ikuku, bad guy, you know. What a master. Love you. I can't see how I go on. I get down away to the city. All them enemies of Biafra, mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, we're not going to face. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, we're not going to face. Yeah, he depend me for you. He depend me Africans, he depend me This your G, he depend me Ah, he depend me he depend me I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a black man. My God. So I'm on that maximum respect. Yeah, he depend me for you. He depend me Africans, he depend me This your G, he depend me